Dave and I arrived in Hilo, and shortly after that he told me that he wanted to continue on solo. So I was basically marooned here in Hawaii.
When I first left Dolce and paddled the sup to shore, I was overwhelmed by the energy I felt when I touched land. Hawaii was an island alive, and I instantly fell in love with her. After Dave gave me the news that he was going to maroon me, I decided it was best to get off Dolce as fast as possible. I said goodbye, found a cheap bicycle, and went to visit a friend who lived about 60 kilometers away. I then satisfied my frequent desire to climb high and made my way up the largest active volcano on the planet.
We go, final few steps up to the summit of Mauna Loa, the world's largest volcano. 13,677 or so feet. Yeah, there's a bit thinner up here, above the clouds, at least majority of them. I've got a minor headache, just a little bit of altitude feeling here. Mauna Loa!
I also had the opportunity to go on a hike in the wonderful Waimea Valley with a new friend. It turned into a real adventure when she badly sprained her ankle and I briefly needed to piggyback her to our makeshift camp for the night. The next day she was able to return on her own 2 feet as I carried all our stuff.
That is the sound of the koki, introduced to Hawaii from Puerto Rico fairly recently. And they tend to sing like this from about 4 in the afternoon to 3 at night, searching for their partners. These are all mangoes. Mango slush all over the road. It's crazy. Sailing out of Hilo.
Dave was kind enough to offer me a ride to Honolulu, where there were many more sailboats and the potential for me to find a ride west.
Goodbye, Big Island.
We sailed around the Big Island, past the stunning coasts of Maui and Molokai, arriving in Honolulu at night. Here we are coming into Waikiki. Dave and I sailed here because I thought I'd have better luck finding a boat to crew on that was heading south or west from here. I had no luck, although I did find somebody who was going to sail much later to Korea. I started looking to buy a boat, looking for partners to buy a boat with me. I also considered rowing onwards as several ocean rowboats were arriving in Honolulu after completing a race from California. Apart from my journeys by bicycle around the island, I spent most of my time in Honolulu and Kailua. My new best friend and couchsurfing host, Oliver, had recently become a helicopter pilot and was busy training new pilots in Honolulu. I started stressing about finances because I didn't have a lot of money and Hawaii's really expensive, so thankfully I met some amazing people who housed me, and I actually did some work trade for some housing and some food at a place in Kailua with amazing couple, Cam and Rita. I met them through this cycling site called Warm Showers, which is basically a community of people who travel by bikes and host other cyclists. And then I also picked up some work doing some landscaping. Kenny hooked me up big time, and so did his buddy Kapena. Kapena hooked me up with my Quiver surfboards there behind me. Yeah, but I sort of started feeling like I was in a bit of a funk. There wasn't immediate progress or really big impact sort of being seen from what I was doing, and so I started feeling a bit bummed. And then Dave came back. He had an unfortunate experience in Kiribati where he was tried to get bribed, and he ended up leaving his passport and taking off. And then he had a pretty uncomfortable sail back here, and he decided he wanted a break from working on the boat and fixing the boat up, and he offered to lend me his boat. Aloha from Oahu. Gonna give you a quick tour of the boat. I'm about to sail to the Marshall Islands all by myself. Here's the mast. I'm just standing in the forward hatch here. There's my bow. Looking beautiful. Beautiful sunset tonight. So this is the sort of forward cabin here. It's pretty filled with gear, inflatable sup, just some supplies. Got a pressure cooker, all sorts of stuff in there. Got a little closet here. Keep my 4 or 5 gallons of honey here. Got the head here, toilet on the boat, just recently working, very nice. Into the main saloon here, where everything happens on the boat. Got my all-important Jaga Silk tea over here, some really tasty teas from them. So super grateful for that. Got food all over here. This is the galley over here. Pretty ghetto, if I don't mind saying. And this is a little bit nicer. Got a gimbaled stove here. Some more books in the library. Very nice. The dope jammy pack stereo here. Loving it. Some electronic stuff there. And then this is where I'll be doing most of my sailing, from the cockpit. There's the skyline of Honolulu behind me. This is the dock that I've been living on. There's my bike. There's a wave. Here's the boat. Gonna be sailing probably in a day or two. Got my quiver of surfboards there. One for small waves, one for good waves, and one for big waves. I'm guessing it's probably going to take me about 3 to 4 weeks to get to the Marshall Islands. There's one island in between here and there that is a toxic waste dump, so I can't stop there. It's going to be a journey. Thanks for joining me.